I am the kindness kid.
What? The kindness kid?
Yep, I spread kindness wherever I go.
Ah, kindness. Yes, kindness. What exactly is kindness again?
Kindness is doing nice things to show you care about people or animals or the environment.
Exactly, yes, exactly. And remember...
The 47th season of Sesame Street premieres on HBO Saturday and then runs every day on HBO Family and PBS Kids. This season's theme is something we can all use: kindness. Here with us to discuss is Rosemarie Truglio, Vice President of Research and Education for Sesame Workshop, and of course, Elmo. Hello. Oh, hello, Elmo. And Rosemarie, it's such a pleasure. You know, I grew up with Sesame Street, so it's so exciting for me to be here with all of you, even though you weren't around when I was a little one.
Oh, really? Well, Elmo's only 3.5.
You're only 3.5. I know, you're still so young. But this is an exciting season for you, an all-new Elmo's World.
That's true.
And it's focusing on kindness. Is that important to you, Elmo?
Well, it's very important. Elmo thinks it's important to be kind, because if you're kind to somebody, then they'll be kind to somebody else, and it goes on and on and on. Right, Miss Rosemarie?
Right. And kindness also makes you feel good, right?
Yes.
You feel really good inside.
That's true.
Yeah.
So clearly, Rosemarie, being kind or kindness is also important to Sesame Workshop. Tell us why you decided to make this season's theme focus on kindness.
Well, our mission is to help children grow smarter, stronger, and kinder. And we really wanted to emphasize the kinder part because through our research, we're learning that parents and teachers are concerned that the children today are in an unkind world. And
so they've noted more unkindness?
Right, unkindness, kids not being
years?
respectful, not being empathetic toward each other. And what we know is that kindness and empathy are learned behaviors. We, as adults, need to model for the children what does it mean to be kind. And these are small acts of kindness. We're not talking about anything heroic here.
And Elmo, you modeled that, right? You helped your friend Zoe.
That's true.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, you know, Elmo helped Zoe learn how to ride a scooter, and she was worried that she wouldn't know how. And Elmo said that if she keeps practicing, she could do it. And you know what? She did.
Right.
She finally did.
And how did it make you feel after your friend Zoe was able to ride that scooter?
Well, it made Elmo feel glad that she could do it. Because Elmo knew she could.
Right, and you were a supportive friend.
Yes, that's true. You know what? Even Oscar the Grouch is being kind.
That's right.
Can you believe it?
How did you get Oscar the Grouch to be kind?
Keep in mind, kindness is inside all of us,
Yes.
including Grouches.
Even Oscar.
And what's wonderful about Oscar, he's got that real soft, tender side inside of him, especially when it comes to Slimy the worm,
Yes.
who is his friend.
That's true. They're good friends.
There's a wonderful day called Be Kind to Your Worm Day.
Oh, great. So you can be kind to your little wormy, slimy associates.
Exactly.
So, Rosemarie, tell us about the ways that Sesame Workshop researches and decides which theme to focus on each season.
Sure. Sesame is based on what we call a whole child curriculum, and we really are all about helping children be better prepared for school, but also for life. These are life lessons as well. So we're always involved in the child development research to find out what are the needs of today's children? Are there things going on in terms of best practices that we could take the academic content and serve it up in a way that we know that we could be addressing educational gaps? But we're also looking for societal issues.
Right.
So that's where kindness came out. So the concern that children today were growing up in this unkind world. And how do we then increase empathy?
Well, we have Tori Kelly singing about that.
That's
Let's take a
true.
listen.
You might be surprised to realize how good it makes you feel when you try a little kindness.
How important, Rosemarie, is it that parents get involved with their children when they view Sesame Street?
It is critical because we know when you create an educational program such as Sesame Street, when an adult is watching with the child, they are extending the learning, especially when the show is over.
Right.
So, and what we do on Sesame Street is that we're modeling behaviors not only for children to learn, which is our primary audience, but we want the adults to learn as well. So the message about kindness and empathy is to show parents what they can do and the language that they can infuse when talking to children.
Right. Is it also useful from the perspective of influencing children to have celebrities on the show? Does that help?
It helps us bring in the adults.
It helps with the adults.
It helps
Interesting.
bring the adults in. The child may know the celebrity or not. We never create content at the expense of our child audience.
Right.
But there's a little extra nod or attention to the adults.
Elmo,
Bring
do you
them
have
in.
any favorite celebrities?
Boy, well, it's very difficult to pick. But you know, we had some wonderful friends on. We had Miss Sia. Oh, and we had Toy Kelly, like we saw. She sang about kindness. And Mr. James Corden. He's very funny.
Oh, that's so great. You know, and nowadays there are so many ways to watch Sesame Street. I mean, when I was young, there was just the TV, right? Now you've got the iPad, you've got the phone. Is all of this a distraction, or does that help spread the message more easily?
It helps spread the message so that we have content on all platforms where families are, so that they are going to benefit from this wonderful educational content that we're creating.
But maybe don't just sit your kid in front of it. Sit and actively watch with your child.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And then you can see Elmo in all of his glory.
Yes.
Elmo,
That's true.
you are the sweetest thing. We are so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for coming to see us at the Wall Street Journal.
Well, thank you for having us, Miss Tanya.
Thank you.
We can't wait to see your new season.
Oh, and be sure to spread kindness, everybody. Everywhere you go, spread kindness.
That's the best message I've heard all day.
Thank you, Elmo.
Elmo and Rosemarie, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.